Campaign 96. Republican Bob Dole hits Hollywood hard, attacking movie makers and their values. A report from Linda Douglas. And Senator Dole joins us one-on-one. Tensions are rising in Bosnia. With U.S. forces offshore, the Serbs are threatening their UN hostages. Reports from Alan Pizzi and David Martin. And tonight, beyond the Simpson trial, Reed Galen on the trying times of an L.A. deputy DA.
This is the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather reporting tonight from Los Angeles.
Good evening. June and Campaign 96 are busting out all over here in California. The far and away frontrunner for the Republican presidential nomination has fired off a carefully orchestrated political attack. Senator Bob Dole blasted the movie and record industry for what he sees as graphic and gratuitous sex and violence. Linda Douglas has the story of sex, drugs, rock and Dole.
In a searing attack on Hollywood, Dole charged the entertainment industry is debasing the culture with indecent movies and deviant music.
A line has been crossed, not just of taste, but of human dignity and decency. When Hollywood's dream factories turn out nightmares of depravity.
And Dole named names, blasting two movies, The Violent Natural-Born Killers and Sexually Explicit True Romance. He also singled out the Time Warner Company, which markets such raunchy musical groups as Two Live Crew.
And I would ask the executives of Time Warner a question. Must you debase our nation and threaten our children for the sake of corporate profits?
Critics charge Dole's tirade was meant to please Christian conservatives who've been skeptical about his commitment to social issues.
I think that you'll find political contenders as well as others who are going to say things that will try to gain them attention. And the movie business is a fat and inviting target.
This isn't the first time Republicans have kicked Hollywood around. Dan Quayle led the charge last time.
I stood up to Hollywood
And built a loyal following. Movie executives complain the attacks are unfair because most of today's big films are for families.
Life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Dole hopes to get the best of his opponents, outmaneuvering conservatives like Phil Gramm and putting President Clinton in a tight spot. The president attracts big money from Hollywood, yet he might be forced to avoid his show business friends if one of the big campaign issues becomes Hollywood values. Linda Douglas, CBS News, Washington.
One of Senator Dole's expected rivals for the nomination, California's Republican Governor Pete Wilson, is making news of his own today on what is fast emerging as another pivotal issue in Campaign 96. Affirmative action civil rights programs designed to help women and minorities. Governor Wilson let his pen do the talking by signing an executive order. Jerry Bowen has our report.
With a multi-ethnic cast of state firefighters acting in a supporting role, California Governor Pete Wilson today declared war on affirmative action, the hot-button issue of his soon-to-be-declared presidential campaign. A surrogate sounding the battle cry as a mute Wilson continues his recovery from throat surgery.
It marks a fundamentally new course for our state and our nation. It will, for the first time, begin to reverse the system of preferential treatment.
Today, Wilson signed an executive order that immediately ends affirmative action, preferential hiring of women.